Great morning, friends. Jason DeSantis, hashtag Cincy Car Coach. YouTube at Jason DeSantis. What are you afraid of? That's a loaded question, is it not? What are you afraid of in general? What are you afraid of right now? What are you afraid of on a consistent basis that you don't give enough validity to and therefore allow it to control decisions that you make? Man, we could talk about this every day and have a different angle, couldn't we? But I just really have a firm belief in how important it is to address fears, even if you're afraid you don't know how to get over them, right? Address your fears, even when you're afraid you won't get over them. I don't know about you, but I tend to ostrich affect my fears that I know I don't have a solution for. Ostrich effect. I hope that makes sense. Did I make that up? Act like an ostrich, stick my head in the sand, right? So, here's a fear I have. The things I'm just hypothetically speaking, so I gotta think of an example here. I don't know. Okay, so I'm afraid of riding a roller coaster. This might be a bad example, and my ostrich effect will be I will never go to an amusement park. I won't watch shows that have roller coasters on them. And if you start talking about one, I'm walking away, right? Because my fear is that my natural reaction will be uncomfortable. But if I address that fear, darn well knowing I ain't getting on no roller coaster, right? Okay, so maybe there's no huge, massive benefit, but I also know that I might be around them sometimes, and what if I got a sort of lifestyle improvement by being okay to be around them or see them, right? So how do I not ostrich affect that? I don't know. How about I talk to some friends that don't mind roller coasters and ask them about it, right? That's a baby step. Baby steps, there we go. Man, remember What About Bob? That was a movie back in the early 90s with Bill Murray, and it was funny as all heck. Anyway, baby steps was the message. Where was I? Roller coasters, yes. I might need some issues with the splintering of thought process. I might need some help with those issues, but I splinter my thought processes. Anyhow, baby steps and roller coasters. I kill myself. So anyway, the seriousness of it is address it, right? Make it a point to at least attempt to address or admit, right? Can you even admit it that you have that fear? Like you're so embarrassed. You ever be so embarrassed for a fear? Now this will come up more in a relational situation, right? You ever have a friend or love interest or something to that effect to where you really enjoy the relationship, but maybe there's something that you're afraid to reveal to them for fear of how they will react to it, right? Maybe something you think they'll judge you about, or maybe something that, will just get in the way. And you might be convinced that that's going to be the negative result. Now, this is getting deep and heavy, so I'm kind of getting off track, but the point is, there are times that it's healthy to reveal, let's face it, to yourself what your fears are. I think it's unhealthy to ostrich fears to yourself, let alone to other people. So get in the mirror and tell yourself, hey, you know what? Hey, you in there in the mirror, I know what you're afraid of, and it's this, this, and this. And we might not know that we'll ever get over it, but let's at least agree that we understand it's there. And maybe someday we'll come to a solution, and maybe we won't. I think that's helpful, just the awareness of it. That's all I'm trying to say there. So, without getting any more long-winded than I already have, fears can hurt you. Fears are healthy, though. Fears can help you. But I think when you pretend things don't exist, that's the unhealthy part. So think about that today. Try to think about what your fears are in different areas of your life. Maybe write them down somewhere in a secret room so nobody sees you over your shoulder. You don't want nobody to see, that's for sure. All right? Write them down, address them, talk to yourself in a mirror about them. Don't let anybody see that too, because you look crazy. but it'll feel good, I promise. Make it a great day.